In this video, we are going to describe concept of relational data, and we will see that how RDBMS, relational database management systems, are going to store data in it. We will explore the characteristics of the relational data. We will define tables, indexes, and views, and then we will also focus on the insight properties of tables, index, and views. We will also explore relational data workload services which are available in Azure, like we have Azure SQL Server, we have Azure Managed SQL Instance, and likewise. So now, because we are learning relational databases, the first thing which we need to understand is tables. Because in relational database, we store data in the form of table. Table is always going to consist number of rows and columns. All the rows are going to have same number of columns, and there is no limitation. You can have n number of rows inside one particular table. Every row is going to be counted like a single record, and then this kind of thousands and millions of records can be there inside one table. Not only that, each column is actually going to be defined by a specific data type. Obviously, you can see right now the sample table which I'm showing you, which is customers, is having three columns like customer ID, customer name, and customer phone number. And specifically, I have to give a proper data type for each column. In short, this kind of data is going to be tabular and it is going to be fully structured. When we talk about relational data, another thing which is important is one table is going to have relation with another table. And when you want to define relation, you need to understand primary keys and foreign keys. And primary keys are going to be a unique identifier for each row in the table, so that the duplicated records should not be there, and then we can uniquely identify each and every record. As well as the foreign key is going to be a reference of the row in another or related table. So there are chances that for this one particular customer which is having ID 102, maybe I have some related data available in some other tables. At that time, I'm going to use foreign key as a relationship, and that's how the table relationships are going to be defined. To understand table relationship, let's understand one more thing first, which is entities. The definition of entity says that an entity is a representation of an item which can be physical or virtual. Now, when we say physical item, maybe it's going to be something like a customer or a product, or maybe it's just a virtual, which is order, because when you place an order, it's a virtual entity. Entities are connected by relations, enabling interactions. For example, a customer can place an order for a product. Now, when you see this line, customer table, product table, and order table, all three are going to have connections with each other, because every customer can place an order for a particular product or maybe multiple products. In order to understand this, we need to understand the relationship between data and the tables. And that's why we have a concept of normalization. Normalization is a very important concept, and you also need to understand that what is normalization as well as what are the forms of the normalization, because we have first normal form, second normal form, and third normal form kind of integrations. Like for example, when your data is normalized, it's going to reduce your storage. These are the advantages of normalized data actually. It's going to avoid data duplication, and it's also going to improve data quality. Like you can see here, I have two tables, customers and orders. And you can see that in my customer table, as I'm storing the details of the customer, where customer name is also there, there is no need to store the customer name in one more table, which is orders. And that's why this is going to be a wrong normalization reference actually. In spite of doing this, I have to specify that some kind of a foreign key relationship should be there between customers and orders, and then maybe I can just fetch the unique ID of the customer, which is a primary key, into the orders table. When you have this kind of normalization implemented in your table structure, then your table structure will improve. And in spite of this wrong structure, the correct structure is going to be like this, where customer ID is going to be referred into the orders table, because that's a unique primary key column. When you do this kind of thing, this is a normalized data, and you can see here no duplication of the data is there. This is something which is actually going to be counted like third normalization form, because data is retrieved by the joining table together in a query. So when I want to get the combined data of orders placed by the customers, I can get this thing. Also, you can see there is a salesperson ID is also mentioned there. Obviously, that simply means that there is one more table for the salesperson where we are storing the details of the salesperson, and that ID is also somehow connected with the orders table. This kind of structure is very important in all relational database management systems. Once you understand tables and relations between tables, you need to understand one more thing, which is known as indexes. Hey guys, sorry for interruption. My name is Maruti and I'm here to make a very important announcement. I hope you are liking our videos and you're doing a continuous learning with us on an Azure cloud and AI related topics. If you are enjoying this thing, I'm going to announce skilltech.club, which is our upcoming website, which is going to be launched very soon. We are here to tell you one thing, that everyone who is a subscriber of this particular channel will get Azure Cloud and Azure AI related certification courses free of cost in skilltech.club. So you will be a part of the skilltech.club kind of a membership automatically free of cost. And everyone who's a subscriber of this particular channel will get those benefits which are available in that. So what are you waiting for? I request you to please subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends and families if they are also interested in Azure Cloud and AI learning. That's it from my side. Now you can carry on with your learning. Thank you. Without the index, you would have to read the whole book every time. So it's like when you're reading a book, we have something called index. And if you do not have proper index, then maybe you have to read the book, or it's going to be really tough for you to find some particular page or some particular content inside the book. Same kind of thing and concept is here. In tables also, we have certain customization which is associated with indexes. And when you create an index, you can easily get a proper details of that. So if you ask me what is the advantage of index, I will say that this is going to optimize your search queries for faster data retrieval. In spite of going through the IDs, you can go through indexes which are available in that. It reduces the amount of data pages that needs to be read and retrieved in the data in SQL statement. So when you write a query, it's going to be helping you to get the data in a much faster and a better way. Data is retrieved by joining the tables together in a query, and that's how it works. If you ask me what is the disadvantage of indexes, then I will say that it is actually that every time when you update the information, you need to update the index also. Like same in the book. When you have a book index, suppose if you are going to add some more content on the book, you have to accordingly change the index of the book also. Same kind of thing is here, and that's a small disadvantage, but it is logical. Now finally, we have the last piece of this relation structure is view. As the name suggests, a view is nothing but a virtual table based on the result set of the query. In short, this is not an actual table. It's just like what exactly you want to display, and that's why views don't contain any data. It's just like how you want to display the data, you can customize it inside the view. Like you can see, I have customers and orders table, and when I want to create a view, maybe I do not want to display the IDs of the customer, salesperson and orders. In spite of that, I just want to display a proper details where I want to display the customers, the orders which they have placed, and what kind of products are mentioned in that. Then I can just combine the views like that. So views are actually created to simplify your query so that you don't need to every time merge up those tables or relation to those tables actually. The combined relational data which is available in the view can be used again in your further nested queries. So in this video, you have gone through the concept of relational data. You have to remember tables, indexes and views with some important properties like primary keys and foreign keys, because data will be tabular and data will be relational.